basics of copywriting. Whether you're going to be a slideshow creator or whether you're going to be AI creator, these basics of copywriting kind of apply for all of these. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So first of all, you need a hook that sparks some emotion, whether it's curiosity, hope, or fear, and targets the correct avatar. What is avatar? We're going to go through in a second. Then you need body that's related to the hook and targets the correct avatar. Again, what is avatar? We're going to go in a second. But what I mean by body is basically the middle of the script. And everything after the hook and before the CTA is body. Okay, that is like the main storyline that's going to be happening in your script, or like, for example, it's going to be your body images in your slideshows, such as some health tips or maybe some rating of products or something like that. And then for CTA, obviously we all know what is CTA, call to action. That's going to be where you're going to be selling the product, and you need it so it doesn't feel salesy and it smoothly blends in with the hook and with the body. Because if it doesn't, if let's say you're doing a slideshow about genetic traits that babies inherit from their father, then you do body images about genetic traits babies inherit from their father, and then in the CTA you're going to talk about hair loss. Well, it doesn't make sense. How do these two kind of like go together? Well, they don't go together. So that's what I mean by CTA having to smoothly blend in with the hook and with the bodies. Now, what is avatar? Avatar is the ideal person that you want to target with your videos, and it has to be specific, but not too specific. Let me give you an example. So you have a white man who likes Polo Ralph Lauren clothes, lives in Denver, drives a red Tesla, and drinks matcha, which is super specific in a way where there's probably not a lot of people who love Ralph Lauren clothes, live in Denver, drive red Tesla, and drink matcha at the same time. You probably don't have a lot of people like that. Whereas if you have married 40 to 50-year-old American women, that is already a lot of people, a lot of women, and at the same time going through menopause, well, that's going to be almost every 40 to 50-year-old American women, because all of these will be going through menopause. It is specific enough, but it is not too broad, because they are going through a specific problem. They are a certain gender, they are certain ethnicity, and they are certain age, and they are also have a certain status. They are not single. They are not for example, only like have a partner without any proper ceremony. So they're also married, and they're probably also Christian at the same time. Let's get through some real life examples. Real life examples of why avatar is super important are memes. I'm gonna show you examples of 2 memes right now. Technically, not even call these memes. These are just videos that went viral. But let me just show you what I mean by targeting the perfect avatar. So POV, you work. Your brain doesn't work in social interactions.
Hey, nice car, bro. Oh.
Okay, so the avatar here, and also why it went viral is probably because a lot of people are not probably, but this went viral because a lot of people are experiencing this same issue, and they are also introverted. If you look at his page, it's a fitness page. The guy is a gym rat, and usually people who are gym rats are usually also at the same time really introverted. Most of the guys I know that are like super locked in for gym are insanely introverted, usually are also kind of depressed. It's like the kind of the corny stereotype, but unfortunately it is just like that. So they are usually depressed, they are usually introverted, and they usually just don't want to talk to anyone. Because if it was the other way around, they would be doing like basketball, they would be doing football or whatever other sport, but they chose gym because they're likely introverted. So this is not a distraction. So this video is targeting literally the perfect avatar, and it's also targeting at the same time like experience that everyone kind of went. Because as I said, like most of the people that go to the gym are kind of socially awkward, and this just works.
Hey, nice car, bro.
Really well for this page. You can then also like check the comments. You can also check the comments and kind of do some in-depth research of who's commenting. But like if you check here, this is another gym rat. You just quickly go through the people. This is likely also another gym rat. So as you can see, like I don't even have to really try hard to like prove the fact that this avatar is mainly targeted on like people that go to the gym and people that are super introverted and socially awkward, which is usually people that go to the gym. So yeah. Now we have another super specific video that went viral again because it was targeting a specific avatar. In this case, this specific avatar was me because I had literally the same exact experience, and this is the reason why I watched this video. So kids don't go outside anymore, call the cops, these kids are building bike jumps. So when I was like 15 to 18, I was actually like 13 to 18. I was like like participating in some downhill races, and I was just like doing just like riding mountain bikes a lot. I was doing like all of these bunch of tricks, jumps and shit like that. And part of that is also building jumps kind of illegally in the woods. And a lot of the time when we were building jumps, people were just calling cops on us or were destroying the jumps and stuff like that. So for me, this is a super relatable video, and I was the absolutely perfect avatar to see this video, and that's why I liked it. I even reposted it, and that's why it also showed on my For You page. This is super niched, and it just goes viral because it's like super specific experience that I went through and that people who ride bikes go through. But you can get this same exact thing for whatever else. You can get this for like pregnancy. So I don't even know what this could be for pregnancy, but you get my point. You can target if you do a little bit of research, you can use this exact template and target people or target moms who are going through postpartum, who are going through pregnancy and stuff like that. So now let's get into how to find your perfect avatar, for example, for something that you want to be promoting. First of all, you can use real life experiences because you're likely not that special. So if something is pissing you off or you're experiencing something bad, there's definitely at least 100 million of other people who are feeling the same. Such as, for example, me with building jumps and people pissing me off because they are destroying the jumps. Or such as someone being socially awkward and doesn't know how to properly react in certain situations. Well, then you can just make a video about it, and I guarantee it's gonna make views. Literally whatever is pissing you off in your life, and you put it on TikTok and you write it out and you do some like normal visuals, there's like 90% probability that you will go viral, because again, as I said, you're not that special, and if something pissing you off, there's at least another 100 million of people feeling the same. It could, for example, even be as simple as this fucking brand of markers not working properly on my whiteboard. Even though like this marker does work properly, let's say this was some fucked up brand that doesn't work properly, and I would just do TikTok video about like, oh my god, these markers fucking suck, they never work on my whiteboard and they always like run out so fast. Well, if it was true, then I guarantee you it would 100% go viral. Or here I have some tester of fucking Prada fragrance. 100% if this smelled like shit and I did a video about this fragrance being overpriced and being overrated and smelling like shit and saying like, oh my god, I don't know how anyone would even use it. Well, because it's pretty famous brand, there is very high probability that some people tried it as well and they also think that it's shit, and it will go viral because there will be a lot of people relating to my experience. Okay, so now that you know that you are not special, so if something is pissing you off is pissing other people off, the same applies to literally everyone around you. So let's say that you wanna promote some product that helps with menopause or postpartum or whatever. Well, you can literally just talk to your mom about absolutely whatever. You can like ask her if she feels anything worse when she's aging and like what she's insecure about. You can even see that, for example, if she's using some Lush serum or she's using some serum for hair, or she's eating some gummies that are supposed to make her hair grow. All right, so you can easily tell that most likely she's insecure about her hair loss. Well, then what does that tell you? That tells you that probably every other mom is also most likely insecure about hair loss. Now you just need to determine what age your mom is, what ethnicity your mom is, and then you can make a video targeted to this specific kind of women, and I guarantee you it's gonna go viral. And the same goes with your girlfriend, same goes with your dad, your grandma, sister, brother, literally whatever. Let's say that you're a girl and your brother is 22 years, or maybe actually less, let's say like 17, 18 years old, and he starts going to gym. And he all of a sudden starts eating very clean and he starts eating a lot of protein. Well, there is a very high probability that he's probably insecure about how he looks and he wants to gain some muscle. Well, that means that let's say you are promoting some supplement that's supposed to help with muscle growth, let's say, I don't know, creatine, or yeah, it can just be whatever else. You can just then make video saying like, here's what I find attractive about men as a 20-year-old girly. And then you can put in like, when he takes care of his body, and then like link the supplement there. So this is something like super interesting that you can do, because also like why does he probably feel insecure? Well, because either he doesn't like what he sees in the mirror, but there's always something deeper. So he probably also wants to look good to get some pussy, and and yeah, so there's always like some deeper reasoning for all of the actions that people are doing. Same can be if you're a man and you see your sister like going to gym or whatever. You can do absolutely the same video, just reverse genders. I mean, you get my point. And then also another thing you can do is real life research. So you can talk with your mom, grandma, friends. This kind of goes to the real life experiences. But this is more like if you see your relatives, or you see your friends, or you just see people around doing something. doing something and just like this is just from observing, but the real life research is like actual research where it's just gonna be like just asking your mom, grandma, their friends, your brother, your sister exactly why are they doing these things, and exactly why, like what's the core desire and why they are even doing this. It sounds pretty crazy, but believe me that if you actually start asking these people, they will actually want to talk about these issues and they will actually want to talk about these insecurities. You just obviously need to approach it properly, but like if you're socially awkward, please don't really do this. And if you're really like socially awkward, just probably just stick to checking Reddit forums and asking questions on the forums, as for example anonymous person, and then you can check comment sections under videos, as I was doing on the Instagram page of the gym guy, right? So I was like checking the comments, and all of the people who are interacting with the video were gym rats. Actually, even I am kind of gym rat. I'm like also like I've been doing powerlifting for a pretty long time, and at one time I was like a proper gym rat. I wasn't talking to anyone. I was ultra introverted. I was just like doing some business stuff and just going to gym. That was my whole life. So I'm also kind of the perfect avatar for that video, and by that I assume that other people are also just like me who are watching the video. So yeah, this is also something that can help you a lot. And then the last thing that you should also stick to if you're socially awkward and can't talk to people properly is ChatGPT. And ChatGPT can actually do a research for you. You can use this prompt that I linked here and just fill out whatever is in this prompt. So like fill out the target customer, fill out the product, the price of the product and whatever, and then put it into ChatGPT. It will take, for example, like 30 minutes for GPT to make a proper research and to tell you all the marketing angles, but it's something that will absolutely change your scripts and that will make you convert like probably 20 times more. So also super interesting thing too. Okay, and now let's get into some examples of good copywriting. So here I have two examples of slideshows that we can go through. Okay, so here we have micro habits that made me hotter in my 30s. So first of all, the micro habits is something like super niched, and likely I don't even know what the fuck are micro habits, but most of the women who are watching this know. That's why you need to do your proper like marketing research and like your proper avatar research, so you can learn all of these weird words that will then make you go viral. And that made me hotter in my 30s. This is just like targeting the like 30-year-old avatar woman. And like here, the body images also, you need to go through what the avatar or what your perfect customer actually is doing in their day, and then make these body images based on that. So you can't just put some random shit such as being in sauna for 40 minutes a day, because the avatar you're targeting will probably not like it. Because also it's also not micro habit, I guess. Like I'm guessing micro habits are going to be something small that you're doing throughout the day. I have no fucking clue. But yeah, this. And then like hair oiling, okay, the CTA, blah blah. So this is like pretty solid, and this also feels like pretty girly. So I also like this one a lot. And then this one, de-influencing you from expensive haircare products that are completely wasting your money. So this one is super specific, and this one also needs some research. So again, like for example, this design of the hook itself is something that you also need to take a proper research from. Just go on TikTok, see what girls of this age, of this look, and like girls that are giving these tips are doing, and then kind of like copy their style, if you get what I mean, and like that you will target the perfect avatar. And then like rating of the products, these also have to be something that the audience you're targeting is actually using. It can't be some random products from Temu or China or whatever. They have to be like actual products that the avatar that you're going to target is using. So yeah, if you're just going to use something random, it's not going to work. And then like for chicks, try this instead if your main concern is hair fallout thinning, or if you just want thicker, longer hair fast, the formula is unmatched. So this also you need to do some proper research, what the audience has issues with, what the audience is scared of. So for this case, it could be hair fallout thinning, exactly what she said here. And it probably is the issue, because if you look at the saves and if you look at the likes, they most likely nailed the avatar absolutely perfectly. Again, here, definitely not worth $30. I mean, it does work, but there's way more affordable options. By the way, you can also check these on Amazon reviews. Like if you, for example, search up if you search up this product on Amazon and you go through the reviews, you can, for example, see like, oh, this was definitely not worth $30. It was like absolutely terrible. I would rather buy something else. Well, that goes back to what I was saying, that individuals are not really that special, and if someone left a review like this, most likely other people think the same. Okay, so you can spark some good controversy with this, and also some very good relatability. Then I also have two examples of AI video. So we're not doing just slides. So let's watch the AI video. Okay, so this is the classic breaking news.
The real reason 60% of marriages fall apart after women give birth. Just listen.
Okay, real reason why 60% of marriages fall apart after women give birth. This gives like a lot of fear, and it's also super specific why 60% of marriages fall apart. Why is it, for example, not like 80% of marriages or whatever? So also, if you did like 80% of marriages fall apart after giving birth, that kind of wouldn't make sense, because have you ever seen 80% of marriages fall apart after giving birth? Not me. But with like 60% or 50% of marriages, it's much more believable. So it's kind of the perfect amount of controversy here.
60% of marriages crumble after the wife's body.
This is also super important to have a man here, because when there's a man explaining women's issues, it kind of creates this like much more emotional state, I would say, where, for example, if women is talking about women's issues, it's not really shocking because women usually understand women. But most of women usually feel misunderstood by their husband, or misunderstood by by men overall. So if you put a man here who actually understands their issues, it's gonna have much more of emotional spike, and they're gonna get much more attached to the video. It's kind of as also like as a man, we also have some issues that women don't understand, and then if you have a woman talking about those issues, it creates much more controversy. So let's get straight into this one.
Body starts to sag, and most of them start simply because the husband doesn't understand what's happening.
See, so this targets like the exact issue. Husband doesn't understand what's happening. Like this targets the perfect avatar of the woman looking at the husband and blaming the husband for everything, even though she might not be 100% right. Well, then it doesn't matter, because you actually want to target her and you want to make her buy the product. So even if you say something that's like against her beliefs, who gives a shit? Because this is supposed to sell a product. This is not about your beliefs.
And look, I know that sounds shocking, but if you're a husband, please take 2 minutes and listen carefully, because a husband who doesn't understand postpartum may lose his wife, but a husband who does can keep a happy marriage for life. I've watched relationships survive money problems.
So again, this is like putting all the blame on the husband.
Distance, even infidelity, but not postpartum. And postpartum is not an excuse. Your wife.
Also pay attention to how his body is moving, to how his hands are moving. It just all seems super realistic.
Wife does not want to feel this way. When the
also the tonality is perfect here.
Placenta detaches after birth, it leaves behind a surface area the size of a dinner plate.
Okay, so here it goes into explaining the core problem and to actually make women feel understood.
That's how much tissue needs to heal while...
And also pay attention to all of the issues that he's stating, and wait for the CTA. Now, really like, remember all the issues that he's talking about.
Her body is already under strain. Pregnancy sucked every single vital nutrient out of her, and her body needs to recover. But unfortunately, that is not possible, because see, her body is now prioritizing breast milk production, sending the last...
And all of the nutrients are going into breast production.
Nutrients that are left in her body, into production of breast milk. That's why her mood crashes, her hair sheds, her back hurts, her joints ache, and her heat raises.
So she's nutrient deficient. Her breast milk is making her even more nutrient deficient. She can't regenerate properly from the birth, and now she has all these issues of hair loss, heart racing, not being able to sleep and stuff.
Every night she feels tired even after a full night of sleep.
Tired even after a full night of sleep.
And doesn't feel like doing anything throughout the day. It's easy to mistake her exhaustion.
And now she doesn't feel like doing anything through the day, and it's easy to mistake her exhaustion for laziness. This is also super important part. Easy to mistake her exhaustion for laziness is something that is now going to target the men. So the men are going to be like, oh, he's right. The men who are watching it is going to be like, oh, he's right. Like it's super hard to like notice this.
Exhaustion for laziness, but in reality.
So here the women might be like, you can steal some of the dopamine, because you're like, oh, it's really that easy to mistake my exhaustion for laziness? I thought it's clear.
Her body is begging.
Okay, but look,
for help.
So you take the dopamine from women, okay, but you give them to the men who are watching this. You give the dopamine back.
Keeps pretending everything's fine, because that's what strong women do.
Oh, because that's what strong women do. So then the women who are watching this are going to be, oh, so now my husband doesn't understand me because I'm actually trying to be a strong woman. Okay? Do you like, are you processing this insane emotional copywriter's masterpiece? This is,
and you're just there left trying to understand why she changed so.
And this is again like targeting the men. You're just there left to understand. Trying to understand why she changed so much. So again, this brings the dopamine back to the man. So you stole the dopamine from the man, you gave it back, and then the other way around with the women. You gave them the dopamine, you stole it from them, then you gave it back, and now you are basically stealing it away from them. So it creates insane emotional roller coaster. The whole video is like this, okay, with their dopamine and with their emotions.
In case it's still not clear, the reason why she feels like this is not because she's lazy. It's because
and now you gave the dopamine back to the women.
Her body is lacking every single nutrient it needs to function. That's why human biologists and
okay, so she's lacking every single nutrient her body needs to function, and now holistic experts and human biologists
often recommend moringa for moms going through this.
So you have some authority that is not a doctor, which is super important. Please, guys, don't use doctors.
Moringa is nature's superfood that contains
now you explain what
over
moringa
90 nutrients.
Contains over 90 nutrients essential for the human body. So this solves the issue of the nutrient deficiency and of all of the nutrients flowing into her
the human body,
like creating her milk.
Its rich iron and magnesium content will calm her nervous system.
Okay, calm her nervous system,
helping with the mood swings and common postpartum depression. While the high biotin and amino acid content rebuilds her hair.
Another issue solved.
From the inside out. Moringa also supports healthy production of prolactin, which naturally boosts her milk supply.
Okay, see, milk supply.
On top of that, moringa is also helpful with regulating cortisol levels. This reduces postpartum inflammation and supports that restful, deep sleep.
And sleeping, like being tired after whole nights of sleep, is now solved.
Her body is desperately lacking. But before you rush to buy her any moringa, listen up.
And now this is super important also in the CTA. Explain why to buy Rosabella moringa. Not just any moringa, but we need to explain why to buy Rosabella moringa. We need to sell Rosabella moringa, not just moringa.
There are tons of scams happening right now under the name of moringa. This plant is rare and can only be found in the Himalayas, so it's important to get only those that are ethically sourced and third-party lab tested in the US. I personally like Rosabella's moringa. Unlike other formulas filled with cheap fillers or capsules, it's made from pure Himalayan moringa. Third-party tested in the USA for safety, potency. The thousands of Amazon reviews from happy moms experiencing postpartum speak for themselves. You can get Rosabella moringa.
Okay, the creator just says some spelling errors here
on Amazon, or for those watching online, you can get it directly from the link in my bio. And if you want the simple daily postpartum routine that has helped thousands of moms recover, comment postpartum, and I'll send it your way.
Okay, so this would be it. Now for the CTA, it's super important, when I was telling you to remember all of the issues that he's stating, it's super important that if you're opening loops in the script as of like talking about some issues, well then all of the issues that you're talking about in the script have to be solved with moringa, okay? You can't leave some loop just opened and not close it. This can't happen. You always, like, you need to have like a list of the issues. Like when I'm doing scripts, I just highlight all of the issues that I talked about, and I make sure that then when I'm doing the CTA for moringa, I actually fix all of the issues for moringa. Because if you don't do it, then it will simply not convert. Why would people buy moringa if you talk about all of these issues, but then moringa doesn't even solve them? Moringa has to solve all of the issues that you're talking about in the script, or it will not convert well. Okay, in order for us to give you good bonuses and to keep on giving the insane bonuses that we are giving, such as 80k bonuses, we need you to have proper CTAs and proper scripts. So really, like, make sure that you actually don't neglect this part, because then you're not going to make money, you're not going to go viral. If you're not going to make money, we're going to be unhappy, you're going to be unhappy. Everything's going to get fucked. The insane bonuses that we are giving, such as 80k bonuses, we need you to have proper CTAs and proper scripts. So really, like, make sure that you actually don't neglect this part, because then you're not going to make money, you're not going to go viral. If you're not going to make money, we're going to be unhappy, you're going to be unhappy. Everything's going to get fucked. So yeah, we are kind of relying on you guys to do very good CTAs and very good videos, and then you need to rely on us to do everything well on the back end, so you can actually get paid well, which we are doing. But we also, from you guys, we need we also need to do a proper content, because if everything is set up well on our backend, well then, like, why are we setting everything so well on our backend if you're not even doing converting scripts? And now I have another example. Oh no, this is not another example. This was the one. Okay, so let me pull up the script. Okay, so this is also breaking news one.
Tonight, experts warn people about a deadly drink that's silently killing your kidneys, and it's not alcohol.
So drink that's silently killing your kidneys,
watch.
and it's not alcohol.
The most deadly drink
and here you right away talking about drink that's killing your kidneys, but it's not alcohol. So let's say that, like, here it was like foods that damage your gut. And here it was reasons why we're going to die before 50. Well, that doesn't make sense. There's going to be one video in the bad examples about it. And yeah, that's something that you also need to make sure that when you're talking about something in the pre-hook,